is about cultural dynamics. Now, cultural dynamics are where we normally see, regardless of geography, where we normally see the most negative surprise when it comes to failure in mergers and acquisition. And I'm sure Margaret has already given us so many ideas about we should be prepared, So about this, but obviously, yeah, avoiding surprises is as important as I mean the final result. Uh, so I wanted to start with this question for you, Margaret. What are the cultural, uh, lack of understanding that we see that, the misunderstanding, should we call it, you witness during M&A negotiations in your career so far?
Oh my God, there's been so many. Sometimes it comes to who the decision maker is, understanding the motivations and fears for the seller. It comes into not losing face. So this is crucial when it comes to communication with the seller to create collaboration. So very certain cultural factors could create fear in them and make them step back, especially when you're dealing with bolt-ons. Um, and on occasion, it could also create very big delays. I mentioned the religious event before, but those are just some of the examples that we experience. And some of the blockages that we've had were because of misunderstandings, where we need to step back, sit around a table, and explain things back so that we could find an agreement and common ground. And so this is crucial in Asia where it's a negotiation game. You give, I give. And if you're not able to understand those rules and read the room, you might end up not being able to close a deal. And I've seen it happen. We had deals that we had done all the work and it came to signature and the seller left the room
Okay, very interesting.
because we were not able to reach an agreement on one clause.
Okay, that's quite enlightening. That's quite enlightening. No, it's great to yeah to learn about this. I think the reader will be the listener will be very interested in finding out about this further. No, thank you. This is you could say that this is so much more frequent in terms of cultural misunderstanding in uh, in Asia, or is it because the lack of knowledge of the culture maybe? What do you think is the way to avoid this?
I think it's just ingrained. Sometimes it's not that they really uh, think about I'm doing this because of culture or this is a misunderstanding. Sometimes people just don't understand each other. So how to prevent this would be to get the right advice.
Okay, no, no, thank you for that. And management styles, tell us about management styles across Asia, um, about management styles and how they have an impact really on the post-integration phase.
Um, so I would say one very important thing around Asia, and I really like that. Sometimes they tend to find creative solutions. So it is important to take a step back and understand where they come from. Creating that space of trust. So I think this is essential, having the right communication. On occasion, there's also a matter of education. Um, One of the challenges I experienced is in one of the acquisitions, the employees that were acquired did not have bank accounts.
Mhm.
So we had to take a step back and take them through the whole process. So I think the importance in managing a successful post-acquisition integration is really being adaptable and being open to things being done differently and finding solutions together with the teams. So an integration is a collaborative exercise, and it cannot be done by one man. It needs to be done by a team.
It's so interesting to see about this very unusual situation. You have to be really prepared for pretty much everything, I would imagine, in that respect. But that's what happens with many post-acquisition situation. We tend to underestimate, regardless of culture. Obviously, culture is an additional variable that many really need to take into consideration. And next question was going to be, because you've been actually you worked in the past, sorry, for a Western company, UK-based company, Rent-to-Kill, a big multi-billion company, and you were successful in this, obviously. But the question is, given your history, given your background of being successful in Asia with a Western company, yeah, the question is, how can a Western company succeed without adapting to local business etiquette? That's obviously the part of the sort of the question that I'm asking, because then the other variable would be well, adapting is a bit not adapting is a bit difficult. What is the way to be successful in any case? So this is obviously the question related to your experience. Yeah.
So for me, can a Western company succeed in Asia without adapting? Probably not. The reason is that M&A is just way beyond just closing the deal. You might be able to close the deal without adapting, and even they're doubtful. But what is really important and the benefits of the acquisition come after that, right? So they come during the PMI where you measure performance against business case. And if you're not able to adapt and you're not able to bring people on board, not only employees, but customers, your acquisition will not be successful.
Mhm. So
So
it's a must really to adapt, really. You have to obviously, but that's what big businesses do to become bigger. Uh, yeah, we got so many examples. We got the biggest companies in the world, like Disney, like Gillette, like McDonald's. They don't just go into another country and they just impose their own etiquette, the way they used to do business in their own country. They need to adapt to the culture in order to be successful. You can't have the same menu of a restaurant in USA and in India. Obviously, it's quite different, you know. So, you want to be successful, you have to really adapt to the culture. Yeah. So, thank you for telling us this. So, it's really important. So, the advice for all of you, really ensuring that you treat culture as a major item to be executed in terms of cultural dynamics when you go and acquire a business in Asia. And if you were to give some advice to founders or any entrepreneurs, anyone who's considering cross-border expansion through mergers and acquisition in the region, given the opportunity, because it's such a large opportunity, what is your advice, Margarita?
I mean, I would say M&A is an amazing opportunity that can really help your business grow, but it needs to be done right. And by right, I mean having a clear strategy, really understanding why is this target interesting to you and what it will bring to your business. Um, Getting the right counsel, and more importantly, trying to really understand how that business has operated successfully so that you can get the benefits not only from synergies, but also from good practices that you can use to even improve more your own business.
So effectively studying also the history of the business, the way it has operated in the past before making an acquisition. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Now, thank you so much. There's so much that we learned through this phase, effectively, cultural dynamics. We understood really, thanks to the very vast experience that Margaret has, obviously, that it's so essential to use cultural dynamics as a major items that require success, really. So we have to be successful merging with the culture, with the local culture, if we want to succeed. However, the opportunity is so large, the opportunity is so huge for the transformation of your business that it really is worth really spending more time into this. Yeah.